Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello, my lovelies, my royalty. How are you doing? Oh, okay. So let's make sure we grab some boiling hot tea, some scorching hot boiling tea. If you like it cold, have it freezing cold, but hold the ice. Hold the ice. Yeah, we keep having issues with ice. So yeah, ice keeps showing how they don't like hot cocoa. They don't like espresso. They don't like coffee or like tea, especially the dark tea. And chai latte. Yeah, yeah, they don't like the brown stuff. Yeah, so yeah, please hold the ice. So okay, I'm just this is going to be kind of an interesting episode, and I guess there's so many episodes I need to do. I have so many ideas and things that I have listed. So, you know, I guess kind of like a roller coaster ride. Make sure you have your hands inside the vehicle. Make sure that belt is nice and tight around because, yeah, this is going to be over the next, you know what? Throughout February is going to be a very bumpy ride because I'm going to be talking politics, dating nightmares, and of course, political dating nightmares because so many of these men out here over the years since November of 2022 kept telling me, what does politics have to do with dating? And now, like being an older woman now, you're old. You're not supposed to have standards. Oh, you're just trying to leave men out like me out of your dating pool. What does vaccinations have to do with dating? What does education have to do with dating? I haven't read a book since middle school. Yeah, some said middle school. A lot of them say high school, but some are proud to say middle school. And that they cheated off of the cute girls, or they only dated cute girls so that they would be able to get the homework so that they didn't have to do it. But they're proud of that. They're proud of that. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of education, political dating nightmares as well, and the why we need Generation A to understand the importance of education and reading, especially the ones that look like me, like the yeah. It's like I think everybody, but especially because we have like it's really crazy how a lot of these rap artists are now turning MAGA and conservative. Like once they have money, they stop caring about us. They stop caring about everybody else around. I'm not saying all, because I still think we got Queen Latifah. It's like I think we still have Missy Elliott. I still think we've got some certain ones, but yeah, I think I heard that Ludacris was going to perform for that Kid Rock like catastrophe, and then even with Snoop Dogg, like yeah, I've been suspicious about Snoop Dogg for a while, but over the last 2 years, that just kind of stamped don't bother like with his material, or because even with the voice, like I never really cared for the voice, like I watched it here and there during dinner if it was on, but now if it's on and I see him, I turn the channel. I want nothing to do with him, absolutely nothing. Yeah, but yeah, so there's gonna be even episodes of how to prepare your house in case ICE tries to come in, how to make sure you have footage and things like that. And also different books that you can read for this month is like the Cancer Society is going to be doing a reading fundraiser, and I'm going to try to be a part of it, but most of the friends on my Facebook, like, they're not really friends. They never really cared about me. Most of them just like, I'm just gonna stick that right there, But yeah, I'm still gonna do the reading every day, and I'm gonna show and share banned books, important books, historical books, things that will educate and level us up. So, and I want to find other ways to raise money for nonprofits and things. Since yeah, anyway. but you're going to hear me talk a lot about Mrs. Obama's becoming. Like, I want on that, you know what? That's another book. I didn't get the book. I kept saying I was going to get the book years ago, but then it was through during some of the hardest parts of my life. And it was at a point where I kind of hated myself because I was dating a man who hated me. He said he loved me. It took him 5 years to say I love you. Well, he so-called had reasons, but yeah. So a man who, as you guys have heard, did not go to my mom's funeral because he said he was going to be the only white guy there, but he wasn't going to be at all. Like, there's going to be all different nationalities there, and also it's a funeral. Like, what? Like, why would you like? And it's your girlfriend of altogether 7 years back. It was like it was year six. Yeah, only have one mother, and I begged for him to go. Yeah, you already know. Like, I've talked about this several times. But then my major surgery refused to go. Yeah. I had to beg him to call. He refused to call. I had to beg him to text me. He refused to text me, but he would send puppy gifts. I had to beg for that. I had to beg for that little. And so I remember I did not go to sleep after my surgery. And part of it might have been the anesthesia and all that other stuff or whatever. But I was watching tennis matches all the entire night. I didn't sleep at all. I remember the nurse came in. Oh, I startled her. I should tell that story because it was partly from the heartbreak. My ex didn't think I was good enough, even though he knew the pain, he knew the tests, he knew how many doctor's visits, like every week, like coming up to that for about 2 or 2.5 months, I had at least one or two doctor's appointments, at least some. I had to be at the doctor's office like 4 out of the 5 days, and sometimes twice in one of those 4 days. Some of the days where I did not have to get up for a doctor's appointment, I was so relieved and happy. One, because I was still in pain, remember, before my surgery. So, yeah, the days where I could just lay there and not have to be in insufferable pain. So, yeah, I'm gonna be talking a lot about that kind of stuff because, especially during February, the month of love and Valentine's Day and stuff, I've had so many men tell me how much they love me, but love is only a word. They never performed the actions of love, or they tried to tear me down, or they actually hated me disguised as love. They wanted to do anything and everything to make my life more miserable and awful, or they wanted to downgrade me, especially as a black woman. Black and white men try, like, because remember that one black guy when I just got accepted into grad school. He told me I had to choose either him or grad school. He said, "Why would I want a smart woman?" You have no idea how many men have told me that throughout the years. You have no idea. And then even teaching college, there were some guys who were like, she's hot, but she's smart. I don't want to deal with a smart woman. Sometimes I would ask them why. And I should cover that's going to be like a 2 or 3 parter because I taught. It's like, well, I still kind of teach and everything, but not nearly as often. And do I want to? Yes, but I want to finish the novel and the greeting cards and the candles and the activity books. Like, it's like I want to get the business and everything going, especially with what I teach. It would add more experience and things. And that's kind of like the main subject today is like how much I connect to Mrs. Obama just with the career counselor portion. And yes, it was only like a snippet of the video, but that part of the video I connect with so badly. I remember crying in my like I'm very emotional, but I remember crying in my car at least once after seeing a career counselor at Oakland University because they were not nice to me. And yeah, you don't have to be nice, but when I say nice, they were dreadful, awful, terrible. Yeah. Yeah. And It just showed that they're not capable. They just know of the traditional jobs. And I guess that's all they're expected to do is share with you traditional jobs. And when you say what your dreams are, they are allowed to laugh at you. They are allowed to tell you that that's not going to happen or that you're not going to be able to make any money because that's exactly what the female career counselors told me. I forgot her name, but I know exactly what she looks like. She, like, to me, she is one of the most despicable, awful, terrible people because I had to go see her more than because one time I was supposed to see another counselor, but he was busy at a meeting still, and so she took. And I remember when she was like, "Oh, I'll be handling you again today," and I was just like, "Dang, it can I just postpone?" Because I even asked, I was like, "Can I just postpone it?" And she just looked at me. She was like, "But your appointment's right now." Yes, and I do not want to see you. Yes. Because, okay, with Mrs. Obama, she talked about and mentioned how her brother got into Princeton, which is so amazing and awesome. And it's still it still saddens me how many people of color, on top of the colonized people, think that black people are not smart enough, are not capable, and everything like that. When, well, black women are the most educated demographic in this country. But then, like, going to Princeton is an amazing thing. And yes, black people are smart enough to go to Princeton. Yes, we are. And I'm going to have plenty of episodes talking about how they dehumanized Mrs. Obama so much. I think out of jealousy and hatred because of how smart and awesome and beautiful and amazing she is. They wanted to call her trans, but that goes through history. That shows the racism within this country. Because, like, and do you know how many men called me trans? Because I'm not going to jump when they say jump, and because I'm like a progressive Democrat and I'm a liberal and everything like that. Yeah, they don't like me. But since I don't vote like they vote, since I don't act like they want me to act, since I have an education, they want to call me trans. And there's nothing wrong with being trans. I love my trans people. But I'm just saying, like, as a black woman, if you know the history of that and the how they, like, created the beauty standards to always be for European, but with black women, they put kind of a masculine, like, oh yeah, they're masculine, they're not as feminine, and all this other stuff. But it's really funny how many of these colonized white women will turn around and try to get our lips, our behinds, and different features or hairstyles. Yeah, let's talk about the Kardashians. Let's talk about the Kardashians, for example. Yeah. So, but it's just funny. It's beautiful when they have our features. Yeah. Mm. But okay, back to the career counseling and stuff. But see, there's so many things that connect with her, and watching her in the Oval Office as First Lady, I understand. Like she, all the hate that she got is representation of the hate we get on a daily basis. So many black women we know, because, like, watching her is like watching us. We get in unison the hate that she gets. Getting called monkey and being compared to animals, we get. Being stereotyped or even, like, yeah. Anyway, back to the education. But remember, my channel is as messy as my life. Remember. So, with this counselor, she kept telling me, what kind of job can you get with an English degree, anthropology, and business? And she would laugh. Literally, like, I mean, laugh. And then look me in, like, while she's laughing, she sees I'm not laughing. And she just looked me right in the eye while she's laughing. And she's like, what kind of job do you think you're going to get with this? And she was like, yes, you're graduating, but you're not going to be. She was like, you didn't even go into journalism. I don't want to do journalism. Then there's nothing for you to do. It's like, is that really how you're going? Do you talk to your white students like this? It's like, I never get a congratulations or anything like that. And I just finished my major with a double minor and things like that. Yes, it's not everything. I know some people who double major, and congratulations to you guys. It's like I was gonna do that, but I didn't have a choice because my dad was kind of giving up on me, telling me that, oh, if she doesn't finish at this point, she's never gonna graduate, and I give up on her. I knew she wasn't smart enough. That's the kind of stuff I was getting at home. So to me, I was just like, you know what? How am I going to be able to just cross the stage? And I didn't even go to graduation because my parents already gave up on me. They were just like, if she didn't graduate in 4 years, there's no hope for her. So when I was done, I was like, I don't need, like, it's like the students were against me, the professors were against me, my parents were against me. I might as well, like, as long as I know, as long as I know how much I put into this, at least I know how many hours I had to study, and then find out that, yeah, with my disability, yeah, that's why it was so much harder. It's like the struggles I went through, the help that I should have gotten by law and everything, the scholarships that I should have been able to apply for, but my good for nothing doctors, where it kept telling me the pain was in my head, everything was in my head. And then, yeah, the trauma that my mom put into me. Your sister's smart. How come you're not? When are you going to get your act together? It's like, I, I would hate if I actually made a dumb, yeah, she said all types of things. Things I will never forget. And that's another reason why I tell you guys, because parents, be careful what you tell your children. And if you do have children, if you can remember some of the hurtful things you've said to them, more than likely they do too. If your children don't come and visit, go back down memory lane. And if you said you were just doing the best you can, maybe the best you can right now is to apologize and or talk it over. Maybe talk about your anger issues or the reasons, like, because, yeah, if they got in trouble, if they did something, but when you tell your child certain things like that, yeah, they don't forget. Some parents say, oh, they'll forget. It doesn't matter. You could not be more wrong. And then me going to a career counselor, and then she's pouring more negativity on me on top of the negativity I got at home. You think that helps? And I'm like, at home, I'm told what careers or jobs I am allowed to do. Yeah. So I'm already restricted in some of the jobs that I really want to do, that I have a passion in, because especially I'm creative and everything, but I'm being told that I will be kicked out of the house if I do it. But then I go to a career counselor and they try to share with me some traditional jobs that I would absolutely hate. You're supposed to love the job or career that you go into, and I would have hated it. I would have been going to work just like, I can't wait to go. Like, no. And now I'm trying to start my own business. Now I'm like all of my degrees. I'm using all of my degrees now. And it's amazing and beautiful. People laughed at me when I started doing promotional modeling, but that promotional modeling allowed me so much experience. And with that on top of my degrees, that on top of my degrees allowed me to be in front of the college classroom. And even with my degrees, I got my MBA after my MA and then certifications. All of that together allowed me so much education and experience and ways of thinking, so that now with my businesses, I am able to put everything together as a more complex puzzle piece, so that my business will be a little bit more unique and different compared to my competitors. So, from the marketing perspective, it will be stand out. From the storytelling, it's going to have more of a layered effect. Tying the two together is going to be amazing and captivating, I hope. But With Mrs. Obama, her career counselor said that Princeton was probably too big for her. Was it because she was a woman? Because so many men, and especially my career counselor was a woman, or well, sometimes. I had the guy a couple times. But we have to remember what CK said, that you should only go to college to get a Mrs. degree. Hmm. It's people like them who drag us down. And that's one reason why a lot of black women don't trust some of these colonizing women, because they will be too busy. And she might have been a Candace Owens type of black woman too, with Mrs. Obama. I don't know the race of her career counselor. I just know she was a woman because she said she. And but just part of me just wonders, why would you say that to a woman, a black woman? It's like if her brother went to Princeton and she said she was on the honor roll, she was the senior treasurer of the class. It's like it looks like she has a good start to having a good profile, a good setup to be able to apply for Princeton. But it's like with black women, we always have to be 5, 10, 20, 100 times better than everybody else. And then on top of that, I have a disability. So going to job interviews, when I went for promotional modeling jobs, I like, especially I wasn't diagnosed, so I walked in differently. Sometimes they were like, "Oh, she walks funny," and it was frustrating because I wasn't diagnosed, so I had nothing to back me up with. I couldn't say my reason because I didn't know my reason. Doctors were saying the pain was in my head. I was making it up, and I was just lying. And having career counselors telling me, just go into journalism. There's nothing else for you to do. I don't know how to help you. With your degrees, there's no way to help. Like, you know what now? Ask ChatGPT. Like, maybe I should do that. I get that I'm the gray sheep. I guess that since I was never going to be competitive with her in the first place, everyone else just thought they could drag me, hurt my feelings, and nothing was going to matter because I wasn't going to be as good as her. But if your job is to be a career counselor, it's like, at least don't laugh at the student. At least try to treat the student like, if you're gonna like laugh behind, like, yes, it's wrong to laugh behind people's backs, but part of me is just like, I was already dealing with so much. After one of the times I saw this woman, I got in my car crying because she, like, for the entire time, she kept saying, how am I supposed to help you? What kind of job am I going to try to find you? It's like, why do you guys try to make this difficult for me? Why did you choose this combination of degrees? It's like, it was it was disheartening. It was traumatizing. Really traumatizing. Because trying to go and apply for jobs, like when I didn't get the job, I'm like, no wonder. She was right. And then having to go home and tell my mom I didn't get the job was even more horrifying. It was to a point where I've mentioned before how I had to have a change of clothes in my car so that my mom didn't know I had a job interview. I would wake up a little extra early, drive to the speedway, not to, yeah, or another gas station, or sometimes the McDonald's, change clothes into the business wear, go to the job interview, and then change back into normal clothes and either go home or just go somewhere to avoid my mother. That was the game plan almost. Yeah, that was my life. I avoided that woman so much because I had no support. I had nobody that would genuinely help me. Career counselors who sometimes I would give them ideas because I was doing research. It was the beginning of the internet still, but I was I would even print out, oh, here are some ideas. Here are some jobs that I found. What do you think about this? Or do you know any jobs that are lower than this position that would help me get to this one? And she was just like, no, like if you asked me for help, why would you bring that? I remember she said, I was just like, wow. It's like some professors, some people, some staff complain that their students don't do enough work, don't put enough effort. And I am at least trying to research, trying to figure out my career path. I'm at least doing research. I'm at least trying to put my share in. And now you're complaining that I am helping. Do your job. I am showing that I am serious. I am showing that I care. And I remember there was this one woman who, oh, she was in charge of the OGLs at the Oakland University. Oh, I, I learned so much about how backstabbing, awful, terrible, and despicable some people can be. And that's, in my opinion, that's what this woman is to me. Awful. Oh, she was just awful. But for some reason, she tried to tell my perfect sister that she would meet with me to talk about career opportunities and things like that. And she was of no help. She basically just tried to get information about me, about what I've been up to or what I'm doing. And then I hear another student that she worked at the office with about a month later. They mentioned something that I only told her. And I was like, oh, so you've talked to this said woman? Oh, well, actually, yeah, maybe. Well, maybe. No, you did. Because you just said something only she knows about. Oh, I doubt only she. Oh, like, what? Wait, wait. Then who else did she tell? Because she is the only woman I told that information to. So, yeah. Oh, it's like Oakland University. Uh, I don't know. It's just, yeah. That school really taught me a lot about who I needed to be. Not like I felt like I left the the pathetic, sad, and not pathetic in a, I don't know, it's just I was still determined to be that good, perfect little daughter that my parents told me I would never be. And I was trying to live up to their standards, but now I have to realize, no, no, skip that, skip that. If I'm going to be a gray sheep, I'm going to go all gray sheep. I've never satisfied them at any time of my life. So why? Like, I had to get over that. And I think it was finally once I graduated that I kind of realized that. And yeah, they still broke my heart and hurt my feelings and traumatized me so much more. So much more. But it just it helped me in ways to the point now when some of these awful, terrible men try to put me down on dating apps or whatever, I'm just like, oh, little boy, that's all you have to say. Oh, it's like, are you mad that my dating standards you would never measure up to half of them? Poor thing. But I don't really, it's, it's just kind of amusing. But yeah, I'm going to talk more about it, but I connect so much with the career counselor and the future. And so I'm going to talk more about the promotional modeling and my degrees and everything. And on the Nerd channel, talking about my business. I'm going to be doing that very, very soon. I just finished my business plan, so I'm going to start applying for grants. Yes, so you guys are going to ride that roller coaster with me. But, anyways, thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.